What's going on, everybody? David Mitchell here, voice of Autism, episode 67. My voice, my voice is a little different today because I do have a nasal infection in my nose, so I am kind of sick. Or technically, I am sick some. But nasal infection with all that mucus that is making my genial, like the yellow mucus that you have when you have a nasal infection, I have it. So yeah, I am kind of sick today. It's like early in the morning here. Being autistic, being sick is not fun at all. Just know me and my fiance Val are doing great, but I am sick with a nasal infection. That reason why my voice is so odd. Now my voice will go clear sometimes, and then it will start going back. That because of nasal infection. Ooh, my just too hurt from that. By the way, I'll be honest, my chest feel like it's burning. It's odd, but it is. But being on the autism spectrum and being sick is not fun. But yeah. But my throat is kind of a little hurt right now. That's the thing about being sick is with an nasal infection, my chest can hurt. It's not fun. I'll admit that. But yeah, I have been dealing with some bullying from people talking behind my back on that group that I'm part of. So there are people talking behind my back on the group. But you guys know I do not support bullying. And you guys know I think it's wrong. But there are people in that group who are still bullying. And I may be banned from the group, but I don't have to be signed in on my name to look at it. It's a group on VK. And you guys know about how people have fetishes. Well, I'm part of a fetish group on VK. And I decided on Ideal Story. My fiance know what happened. I'll be honest, she is pretty pissed off too about what happened. My fiance Valeria, with her YouTube channel down link down below. She left the group for what they done to me, and they started talking behind my back. That got her really pissed off. I was pissed off too, and it got me aggravated because that's exactly it bullying, and I did not support it. So what they did was wrong on so many levels. But yeah. But if you guys know, I am feeling sick. So I'm not feeling that well right now. if you guys know what I mean. I'm sorry about that guy. I'm a little bit distracted by railroading. Oh, I'm sorry about that. That runaway in the background in his kennel sleeping. Excuse me. Even though I'm not feeling well, it's still hurting. And I'll be honest, that's not fun. Literally not fun at all. But yeah. But yeah, we really do hurt. So, I'll be honest, it's not fun feeling sick at all. Even on the autism spectrum. But I did the live stream because of you guys. Because you guys know I like getting my voice out there. But yeah. Now, there won't be that many relevant video this week. The reason why, because I am feeling a little sick. So that's the reason why. But I will try to get some later on at the end of the week. So that I am going to try to do. But yeah. It's something I am going to try to do. But it's not going to be easy. I'm looking up stuff about the railroads in Labrador and Newfoundland, or technically Newfoundland and Labrador. There are two railroads up there that are completely cut off from the international railroad system that connect Mexico, the United States, and Canada. Them two whole railroads are completely cut off, but one of them is able to get freight in by rail barge. Can't remember its name, but mucus building up on tits out of my nose now. I mean, I could breathe out this side again, but I guarantee it'll do it again and switch over to the other side, meaning it'll be expected. But yeah. But the mucus is building up in my nose again. But yeah. But it's not fun, I'll be honest. And next week it will probably next week will be Autism Awareness Month. Well, also because April is next week, start in about that week or so. Excuse me. And it also Autism Acceptance Month or Neurodiversity Month with I'm going to be wearing red instead of blue. Even though blue is my fiance's favorite color, I'm going to be wearing red because it better have acceptance than treat people differently. and to accept them for who they are and what I would do. But yeah, but I'm also, you gotta know, I'm still sick, but it's crazy. I'll be honest, it's not fun, and communicate it causes my voice to get a little different. But it's crazy. But I can't even breathe through this side right now. Probably in a few minutes it's will be clogged up too again. But the clogging come on and off a lot. So, and I'm on my travel by the way. Sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna railroad from Ecuador, or not Ecuador, Labrador. Newfoundland and Labrador. With there was a narrow gauge railroad, biggest narrow gauge railroad network in North America, what in Newfoundland, but they pulled track up during the late 90s. I mean, a lot of freight trains were going through during the 90s, and they were pulled up before I was even born. But yeah. Now, you guys already know my it's so hard. I'll be honest about that. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, sorry about that. I'm a little bit distracted. Because all it's interesting to me seeing or with Canadian National Railroad used to run a narrow gauge railroad up until the 1990 Indian one. So yeah, that's kind of unique. But crazy. And railroad up there in Labrador on mainland and not on the island of Newfoundland are owned by Tennessee and Wyoming, a railroad company, or technically a railroad conglomerate, I can say it properly, will own a lot of different short lines and regionals. Sorry about talking about train because it will be an autism talk, but I am a little sick today. But let me get back with what I was saying earlier about that group because I completely got distracted. My fiance and me, we were both pissed at what the group had done to me, and they did all about my fetish, my psychic group fetish that I have, and yeah, autistic people can have fetishes, so I can ignore neurotypical. They insulted me, and they called my fiance. Well, yeah, I seen my fiance nude before. I did nude video chat with my fiance. So I see her body. She see mine. But they got me to the point of aggravating because they would call my fiance a guy. One, she do not have a penis. She have a vagina. Two, you are lying to me. Or technically not me. You're lying to people about me. Three, you're a pure boy. And screwing around and making up rumors with that could be counted as cyberbullying. Four, or technically five, because I did my whole hand. You need to realize job or you're going to get in trouble with the law. And I know his name. I'll call it AA for short because if you put there 4 S in it and it is space, first name A and second name begin with A, but you can put that together and know what it is. I'll call him AA for short. He is spreading rumors in the group which I'm banned from. And he insulted people like me with autism. One thing is, you don't insult the autism community. And one thing is, you don't insult guys who look like girls. I have a few friends who are guys who are transgender. And that is, he wanted them stereotypical. Well, type of people that should go to jail. I'll be honest. And I guarantee he have done a crime. So, karma going to get up with him one of these days. And one, he better be lucky it did that I'm doing and not getting a few friends of mine involved, because he would have got himself humiliated and warned and what not to bully an autistic person and not insult people. So that's what the guy do, and his fellow friends. Oh my god, that hurts. Sorry about that, guys. Need to learn a lesson too. And I already made my own group, my own fetish group. And I'm putting a ban hammer down on the people who are not in the group yet. So if they try to join, you're going to get ban hammer. And the reason why, because of what they've done to me in that other group. So they'll be mistaken trying to come over and do it in my group. I don't think so. So, if I were them, I would quit while you are ahead, or you're going to really get yourself into deep water and into frying pan. So, yeah. Don't mess with an autistic. Don't bully autistic person. You be regretting it. But yeah, I gotta go pour my nose. Be right back, guys. By ways that you when you got me sick. You know that nasal affection you had in your nose? Yeah. I gotta walk, dissipate myself from, because when you're thinking how water can.
Oh, you got a haircut.
Yeah,
Was that yesterday or today?
yesterday, before I started getting really sick, I got really super sick last night right after I got home from.
Yeah, you were a little sick before you left.
I know, but it got even worse when I got home that yesterday night. My music was completely yellow. Yeah. Yeah. If it got worse, I would have ended up in the hospital. I gotta get back to that live stream. Okay, guys, I'm back, and yeah, I did get a haircut Saturday. I forgot about to say that at the beginning of my stream. Just before I got sick, I was a little sick during the morning time when I did the Ralph Fanning video yesterday, but it did not get worse until I got back home later on that afternoon. But that was when my mucus started turning very yellow. Anybody know from experience when you have a nasal infection in your nose, when your mucus is completely yellow, it causes you to go to the hospital. I had experienced that when I was younger. Bad time. But yeah, now let's get back to. Yeah, so anybody tried to bully me and my group or insult anybody else's ability, I then put rules in place that give me reason to ban them if they try to bully people and talk about them. If they bully them in another group, that will affect them in my group. If they bully that exact person in my group and if they're okay, let me just say it clearly. Clearly, sorry about that. And yet, it about to be 12 o'clock on a Sunday morning. So yeah. So it about to be 12 o'clock on Sunday morning. But let me get this straight. Even though I'm autistic, if you try to insult a person in my group in another group, and if you both are in the same group and you're insulting that person in another group, and if I'm part of that group, and if I look into that insult to that person in that group, in comment or in posts, like a post, then I will ban you in my group. So you will get the ban hammer in my group if you do that. If you insult somebody, make made up rants and stuff about them, you get the ban hammer. All the rude things, you will get a ban hammer. I'm enforcing a rule to be nice to your people, to our members, or you get the ban hammer. If you're not, you get banned. If you do it in another group, and if I'm part of that group where I see it, you get the ban. And I wanted you to get them don't bully somebody and to get about it. The bullying is not right. Cyberbullying is wrong. I had some cyberbullying back a couple months ago, back in 2018, from somebody who called me fake and insulted me, so I banned them. I don't take crap from people who say that somebody who is autistic and not, because people who think people with autism look a certain way, you are racist and stereotypic. Neurotypical, take notes. You're a teen. People with autism, we're all different. Nobody acts the same. Everybody is different. Different. So, yeah. And yeah, people with autism, we can be narcissistic too. I am a little narcissistic, I will admit that. But yeah. But I already said AA, what I'm calling him short sword, because saying his full name is technically a cuss word twice, because he have 4 S's, 2 in the first name and 2 in the last name of his profile with. Yeah, I'm not banned or blocked me, so I could send a video to him and said, "Look here, I just sent a message to you saying you're going to get just served on a platter, internet style." So yeah, and one, don't call somebody's fiance a boy when you don't know their gender. Because one, I seen my fiance nude. So you don't have no penis, so you have a vagina. And two, you don't insult people. You don't spread rumors. Like you doing on the group that you got me banned from. So in the end, karma will get you. And by the way, sayonara to you if you get banned from VK. If you have the group that I was part of on VK, I did start another group on there. There of my own. But I may be banned from that group, but I know how to look around. But I do have people who are friends of mine who are still in the group who said they about had it with bullying, and the people that I have blacklisted who are not going to be in my group and are going to get banned hammer are the people who are the bullies and who are spreading made up rumors. So people, my music started doing it, so my voice changed it again. But those people, they probably realized that they made a big mistake treating me that way. And look, if you try to invite me back to the group and unban me, I'm not joining again. I'm not going through the bullying, so you just get it. I'm done with group. I made my own group, so if you bully me again, I'm not joining back. But yeah, people autism, we do learn to check up for ourselves and start fighting back. And you can't annoy yourself. I learned if you annoy it, don't stand up for yourself. So it tells them, look here, I'm not going to put up with your crap and your lying and your rumor spreading. You better stop or I'm going to show you some hell. I learned that in high school. Like, they're actually spreading rumors about me, and right before I graduated, I told them, look, if you don't quit, I'm going to leave them hell for you. He got them at the car, and he never did it since. But he did get in trouble a year later after I graduated. Spread a rumor about somebody else, and he got in trouble with the law and got arrested. I'm not saying his name because it would not be right, but he did have it coming to him. So yeah, and it was back in 2017. So it's technically been almost 2 years now. Being that this week I got to get my driver permit renewed this week. So I'm going to have to go to DMV later on this week to get my driver permit renewed. So yeah, it'll be technically the fourth time or technically third time to 2016 that I got my permit renewed. Excuse me. But yeah. But people who insulted me? I don't think so. Insult somebody just because they have autism and spread rumors about them? Shame on you. And sorry about this. It's about that because I am sick. I was going to talk about some other stuff, but because it happened, I am a little aggravated. And I didn't want to get the message out. But yeah. But the Ralph Banner video will probably come back later on, late in the year. Or not late in the year, probably in a couple of weeks. Because I am sick still. So yeah. And I know one reason why people cyberbully people with autism. One of the things that Kickstarter with autism speak, that was another reason why. And you gotta know, no, I do not support autism speaks. So yeah, I support the autism self-advocacy group with it, the group I support, and I support INTA with the International Autism group that I'm part of. I'm ambassador for the group. Sorry about that. My chest hurts from the infection. The coughing do hurt my chest. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. But yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Gotta right. But my chest is hurting right now from the nasal infection because the hard coughs do hurt the chest. Now I still have mucus that it yell like a brownie yell would exactly mean it. I still have an infection, so yeah, I am still sick. So yeah, but it's crazy. But it's not fun being sick. But I am feeling pain inside because of my chest. But I am out sick. It is painful, but yeah, I am doing it for you guys. But I am going to see what's been going on in Autism group on Facebook, and I'm going to voice my opinions because I do run my own group on here, and I run or technically I'm part of our group too. But yeah. But I am feeling sick. I gotta see what is going on before I. But yeah, if it's something interesting, I will read it to, or technically have it read out to with Excuse me, sorry about that. But what's going on? But yeah, nasal infection. I am powering through it, so yeah, I'm accepting that's correct. But yeah, it is painful when having a nasal infection. So yeah, but I'm going to see what's going on with the autism community and see what me, not the high speed or the American Rail Club, which I'm a part of, with part of the measly affiliates here. Here's something. I'm going to have it read out because it's something that I think should be because I know the people who made Spectrum singles because I am friends with them. So yeah, and I ended up finding my fiance Val on their website. So yeah, so that's how me and Val found each other. But yeah, so um, but yeah, now here we go in the reader. Turn up the volume. But I gotta get my permit renewed this spring break.
Amy Schumer says she fell in love with her husband because of his autistic traits. Share 179.65K. Autism. Our community is made up of autistic voices and the people who support them. 196K people. In Amy Schumer's latest Netflix special, Growing, she talks about pregnancy, her experiences as a woman and marriage. In the special, which was released on Monday, Schumer says it was her husband's autistic traits that made her fall madly in love with him. Schumer met her husband Chris Fisher when she hired him to cook for her family during a trip to Martha's Vineyard. Fisher is a renowned chef. His cookbook, The Beetlebung Farm Cookbook, won the 2016 James Beard Award. Share 17. 9 points. Continue reading. 10. She loves him unconditionally, and isn't that what we all want? I am happy for both of them. Personally, as mom of 2 autistic boys, I hope my boys find that kind of love. Reply 7. Rose, what a lovely story. That a man is loved because of his quirks. Sadly, all too many relationships fail because of the misunderstandings which autistic traits can cause. I am already ducking in preparation for the barrage of angry comments. Anyone who posts an angry response does not understand the aspect to which you refer. Additionally, there is not much information around that I can find about ASD and marriage. See more conversation. We are #mighty together. Amy Schumer explains why she shared her husband's autism diagnosis on Late Night with Seth Meyers. On Wednesday night, Amy Schumer went on Late Night with Seth Meyers to talk about her new Netflix special, Growing, which began streaming on Tuesday. In her special, Schumer talks about marriage and reveals her husband Chris Fisher's autism diagnosis. Meyers commented that Fisher's diagnosis seemed to have been positive for their marriage. That's why we both wanted. Share 22 3 point. Always be honest. #Rain. I know everyone tells you always be honest and tell us when you're happy because everyone wants to know, but what about when you're sad? Tell them when you're sad. At least try and build yourself up to it because you will see the light at the end of the tunnel and feel sunshine instead of rain. Do you ever tell people when you're sad? #autism, #mental health, #question. Everyone tells people when they are happy but not sad. So if you're sad or ever been
That's
sad,
true.
why? We can talk about if y'all want to and help each other.
My mute is already gone
Hashtag
up
share,
again.
hashtag question, hashtag
Yeah.
negative, hashtag helpful, want to be more helpful to others. The thought mighty XX. Share 3-4. See more from this community. You're not alone when you're here. We are hashtag mighty together. Post a thought, ask a question.
Okay, what check, but yeah. That is amazing because me and my fiance, we find our quirks attractive and find how we do pretty good. But yeah. But yeah. But some people who try to say people like they need to go somewhere with their crap. So, because people with autism, we can fall in love, and people can fall in love with but yeah, everybody is different. So let me see. But yeah, right. Excuse me. I do have leaks in my nose. So yeah. Let me find it. But yeah. I am not feeling well. I'll be honest about that. Oh, God. But let me get back to what I was saying earlier about that guy. He posted it on group saying, made up stuff about me and said I spread my it. I don't want to say it because it's kind of vulgar. Autism, P, all over the group, and said he can like hit girls with penises. With that got me aggravated. It got my fiance aggravated too. It got both up pissed. I'm not going to show the comment, but but he got both mad, upset, all the above. So if you're listening to my video, you're going to have it coming to you. Don't insult people because of their disability. Don't insult somebody because they look different. It's not right. It's not. And for that, same on you if you're listening to this video later on. And I might post it to my VK page later on, like on my VK account, not on my group page. And I might send it to him. So yeah. Because he really done some stuff wrong. He aggravated the wrong person in the autism community. He really did. And call my fiance a boy? That's it wrong. Because I've seen her, you know, because I already said it. Because she, you know, does on the part in right here, teaching The pretty interesting one, but people in autism community and who are disabled mentally and physically can reach way out of this right here. Even people with autism can have sex. I'll be honest about that. But yeah. But when I heard about the bull crap, what it is. But yeah. I'll be honest, I am hurting right now. YouTube, or not YouTube. Jane that I'm using to looked it up. Now my chain is meant for educational and for, you know, to get our voice and opinion out there. Because a lot of people bloody mug. It did it again. We'll try it this time. Now they're probably not autistic, but stuff that they say is true. Mm-hmm. But
The sex educator teaching BDSM to people with disabilities. Robin Wilson Beatty didn't get the support she needed to rebuild her sex life after an aneurysm, so now she dedicates her life to helping other people with disabilities. By Emma McGowan. December 4th, 2017, 10:35 a.m. It's impossible to miss Robin Wilson Beatty when she walks into a room. With chin-length purple hair, perfectly drawn red lips, and cat-eye glasses, she looks like she walked off the pages of a punk rock Sears catalog from 1960. Then there's her walker, which is covered in flower stickers. Wilson Beatty is a disability and sexual health educator spreading the message that people with disabilities want to have sex and that they're into the same things as anyone else, from missionary to full-on BDSM. Advertisement. People just assume that people with disabilities aren't interested in having sex, Wilson Beatty told Broadly. I don't understand that thinking at all. It's part of human instinct. Having a disability doesn't mean you don't want to eat, or you don't breathe, or you don't want to sleep. Wilson Beatty was born able-bodied, but an extremely rare birth defect caused an aneurysm in her spine in her early 30s, disrupting the sensation and function in her lower body. 1 week after she found out she needed surgery to remove the aneurysm, doctors also told her she was pregnant. Wilson Beatty continued with the pregnancy while relearning how to do everything involving her lower body, like sitting up, walking, using the bathroom, and having sex. Watch artist Marilyn Minter on depicting female sexuality. Though the doctors spent weeks teaching her bladder and bowel function, the segment on sex was only 45 minutes. The patients in her rehabilitation facility were separated by gender, like a middle school health class, and shown a film featuring women talking about sex after a spinal cord injury. The film raised more questions than it answered for me, Wilson Beatty said. It made it sound as if your sex life was over and would be non-existent in the future. It was very discouraging and dire about the ability to express yourself sexually, in my opinion. I remember getting angry and thinking it was bullshit. Despite complications from her spinal injury, Wilson Beatty successfully carried her pregnancy to term and gave birth to a healthy baby girl. And while she wasn't very sexually active during the pregnancy, she was eager to rebuild her sex life once her daughter was born. She quickly learned, however, that she was going to have to figure that out on her own. Doctors are a product of our own society, Wilson Beatty said.
That is true.
A lot of them don't get disability awareness and sexuality education. Read more. The Special Olympics is not here to be your inspiration porn. She decided to use her experience to fill the void doctors left, speaking on panels about disability and sex, acting as an inclusivity consultant to sex industry companies, and coaching and teaching sex ed to individuals and groups with disabilities. After dealing with healthcare providers who assumed she couldn't have sex and constantly questioned her lifestyle and partner choices, her first goal was to help able-bodied people understand that folks with disabilities aren't children and can be trusted to know what their own bodies need and can handle.
That's true.
We have agency over our own bodies, she said.
We do.
We have the right to make decisions about what we want to do and what we don't want to do. Getting past that attitude is probably one of my biggest hindrances. Robin Wilson Beatty, Center, on a Stafford MedX. Able-bodied people also don't always grasp how people with disabilities have sex, Wilson Beatty said, because they think of sex as penis and vagina. The world of sex for disabled people, however, is much broader by necessity. Some can't use their genitals at all. Instead, Wilson Beatty teaches her students to broaden their definition of sex and discover other erogenous zones. After my spinal cord injury, I found that I have a spot on my neck that's extraordinarily sensitive, Wilson Beatty said. I can orgasm from having that spot on my neck stimulated. Other people talk about being able to orgasm by having their thumb stimulated. People with disabilities are used to adapting because the world isn't built to fit us.
We learn how to adapt.
Recently married for the second time, Wilson Beatty is open about her polyamorous marriage. Both she and her husband date and have other partners. She loves smashing the myth that everyone with a disability is heterosexual and monogamous.
That's not true.
Disability is a human condition, she said, so it doesn't just affect one type of person. There are disabled people of every race, age, nationality, gender, sexuality, and relationship structure. Having a disability doesn't determine who you're attracted to, she pointed out. And it doesn't determine who's attracted to you, either. Wilson Beatty gets angry when people make assumptions about the type or quality a person she can attract as a romantic or sexual partner. She's had healthcare professionals make comments about how surprised they are at her many successful partners when they can't even get one themselves. One nurse pointedly asked her, "How did you get them?" For more stories like this, sign up for our newsletter. Having a disability also doesn't determine how you like to get off, apart from physical limitations that force some people to make adaptations. Wilson Beatty practiced BDSM before her spinal cord injury, and she still practices it today. BDSM is about finding paths to arousal that involve different parts of the body. For folks who have no or limited use of their genitals, Wilson Beatty says BDSM can be an excellent way to explore and enjoy sex and intimacy. Advertisement. I had a nurse practitioner once when I was giving a workshop on BDSM and disability who said she'd never recommend any of her patients indulge in BDSM, she said. She said you should have a note from your doctor in order to participate. And I said, "Excuse me, ma'am. I'll have to respectfully disagree with you. We have agency over our own bodies. We have the right to make our decisions about the things we want to do and the things we don't want to do." Wilson Beatty is determined to challenge mainstream ideas around what it means to be desirable. She believes that embracing your body, for both able-bodied people and those with disabilities, is key to feeling sexy. We're taught that flaws are ugly, she said. I had to define what beauty meant for myself. It's a feeling. I feel beautiful. It took me a while to get here, but feeling beautiful allows me to feel sexy. I love my body, my scars and all, she added, tearing up. I think my scars are a testament to my strength and my power. I have battle scars that show that I'm here and I fought to live. This is the body I have. This is what I got. And I'm more than making the most of it. Share, tweet, tag. Watch this next. Created with Geico. Think before you swipe. Learn how one woman paid off 39. Never miss a Mercury
Freaking
retrograde
ads.
again.
Sorry about
Get your
that, guys.
horoscope in your inbox every day. Unscrewing ourselves. Having a chronic illness doesn't mean giving up
Here
sex.
we go.
We spoke to Kirsten Schultz, the woman behind the hashtag chronic sex movement, giving people with chronic illnesses and disabilities the information they need to build healthy sex lives. By Nicole Haas. October 19th, 2017, 11:33 a.m. Share. Tweet. In Unscrewing Ourselves, we explore the state of sex ed today by highlighting the individuals and ideas changing our sexual health for the better.
Sorry about
Read
that,
more
guys.
from
I
this
am
series
sick,
here.
son.
Kirsten Schultz was diagnosed
yeah.
with systemic juvenile arthritis in 1993. Since then, she's been diagnosed
you
with
gotta know I got
fibromyalgia,
eczema too.
psoriasis, patellofemoral
You can
arthralgia
see
in
little
both knees,
spots
anemia,
on my
scoliosis,
skin.
asthma, gluten intolerance, depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder, along with suspected dairy intolerance and Raynaud's phenomenon. As the diagnoses stacked up, self-care became a challenge for Schultz. Between health maintenance, doctor's visits, and living her life to the best of her ability, her mental well-being and interpersonal relationships suffered. Life with a chronic illness is a constant minefield of misdiagnosis, skeptical reactions, and attempts to explain the unexplainable to the people in your life, Schultz described. Doctors could give her exercises for when arthritis made her knees stiff and painful, but they didn't exactly share what sex positions would take the pressure off those same joints. When she went looking for more information or a community of people in similar situations, she found none. That's when hashtag chronic sex was born. Schultz spent hours each week advertising and fostering the weekly Twitter chat at a grassroots level. Soon, Schultz's practice went from talking to the Twitter void to running a website that walks readers through pelvic floor therapy, offers sex toy reviews, and more. Its tagline is "Because sexuality doesn't depend on ability."
That's
Now,
true.
Schultz
It
is
don't.
at the center of an ongoing discussion which includes everything from how to talk to your doctor about sensitive subjects to how to use aids to build a fully realized sex life. Broadly spoke to Schultz about how our culture treats sex and illness, and why these views need to evolve. This interview has been condensed and lightly edited for clarity.
See, you're right.
Kirsten Schultz. Photo by Tasha Falconer. Broadly, what is hashtag chronic sex? Kirsten Schultz, for me, it's really about having a place to talk about not just sex, but everything outside the realm of the doctor's office for people who have chronic illnesses or disabilities. There are just so many unanswered questions, and none of us seem to know where to get the answers. So many people have multiple chronic illnesses where they have to go see a variety of specialists, so there are barriers to asking questions. Which doctor do I ask? Doctors only have 15 to 20 minutes to talk to patients. The time restraints and multitude of doctors make it really difficult.
But yeah.
Sex is obviously a big part of it, but it's also about self-worth and how illness or disability might affect how we see ourselves and treat ourselves. It's about quality of life markers that just aren't really gauged at a doctor's office or are difficult to keep up with when you go to the doctor. It's about our relationships with ourselves and others. Pushing the conversation to some of these traditionally uncomfortable spaces is the only way that we make progress and grow. Say if we're not talking about people with disabilities or chronic illnesses having sex, then we're doing a really big disservice to not only the people in those communities, but to people in general.
See, you're right.
Advertisement. This idea grew from your own personal posts about sex in your relationship. How do you get comfortable talking about your own sex life in a public way? The first few posts where I was talking about myself were hard. But they were the posts people kept reading and commenting on years later. They clearly resonated with people. I kept checking with my partner to make sure he was okay. Someone I look up to recently told me, you being vulnerable gives people a beacon of permission to share those things and really open up those conversations.
That's right.
It's not easy, but I think it helps other people be open and honest.
Now, I wasn't, me being a little narcissistic, it took me a little hard time learning that. And it's still a little bit hard for me, but it taken some time, and yeah, I am being a little bit more open. It's really hard to, even my fiance even admitted that she thinks I'm narcissistic some, and she admitted to me that she thinks she is some too.
Honest. They feel free to ask questions they might not ask in other contexts. Schultz at the 2016 Women in Pain Conference. For readers who aren't living with a chronic illness or disability, what are some of the obstacles you have to overcome to have fulfilling sex? Since there are a variety of illnesses and disabilities, there are infinite ways these can affect sex. People with injuries or conditions that affect their limbs may have trouble getting into certain positions. For many, looking at positions that can ease that difficulty is embarrassing or difficult, let alone learning about positional aids like thigh harnesses for toys or cushions like liberator cells. Many people struggle with vulvar or vaginal pain and don't know who to talk to about it. I am going through the process right now of undergoing pelvic floor therapy for vaginal pain, both because I need it and because I know sharing my experience with it may help others. There are so many other things to overcome before we even get to sex. Communicating about our health issues, our wants and needs, our pain levels is a big one. Overcoming discrimination, specifically ableism, can make it hard to even date, especially when people may need to rely on apps or websites because their health and a lack of accessibility doesn't let them go out to bars, etc. Are there aids or toys out there that you've found to be more helpful than others? What might work for one person may not work for another. That said, there are a lot of places that sell unsafe sex toys, and educating people who are especially vulnerable to damage from these toys is a passion of mine. Likewise, not all lubes are created equal. Everything that I review is body safe and non-toxic. For me, I know that utilizing a lubricant that has CBD oil in it helps reduce my vaginal pain. Another thing that I love and that has gotten a lot of positive feedback in the disability community is the Doxy massager. I was lucky enough to snag one from them this summer at a conference but haven't had a chance to review it yet. One of the reasons I love it though is that it can do double duty, so to speak. It's a great sex toy but can also be incredibly helpful for working out knots in my back and neck. There are a million toys out there, but I haven't found one that hasn't been helpful for at least massage or as a teaching tool. Advertisement. Why are these conversations so important, not just for members of your community, but for the population as a whole? Just because somebody has a disability or a chronic illness, it doesn't mean they are not a sexual being. The CDC in 2012 estimated 1 of every 2 adult Americans has some sort of chronic health condition, at least one. So I think this is the start of a very important conversation that's just going to become more relevant as we have people aging or living longer with conditions that may have killed them years ago. It's dealing with all the ramifications of how we're improving medicine. For more stories like this, sign up for our newsletter.
Yeah.
Why do you think #chronic sex resonates so well with people? One of the trickiest things about having a chronic illness is that it's hard to explain to other people. There's a lot of judgment from people who don't know that you're dealing with a chronic illness or don't care. It can be very isolating, and it can be incredibly detrimental to your emotional and physical health. From a sex education standpoint, medical students only get on average 3 to 10 hours of education on sex and sexuality. Most of that time is spent talking about STDs or fertility. They don't talk about how, if someone has osteoarthritis, they can use different positions or different aids to help them have a fulfilling sex life. They don't talk about how the difficulty in communicating a chronic illness or disability to a partner can lead to more incidences of aggression between partners or even a higher rate of divorce after the onset of an illness. There's a lot that goes into living with an illness. It's all about uncovering everything that encompasses chronic illness. Advertisement. What comes next for you and #chronic sex? My goal was to help maybe one person and go from there, and now that the community is so big, I don't know what comes next. There are so many things I could do. I'm starting to do academic research because there isn't a lot of research that's inclusive on chronic pain and chronic illness and disability, especially around sex and sexuality. I've been doing conferences the past 2 summers and designing some workshops around how we live our best lives with illness, including living our best sex life and making sure that we demand accessibility, whether that's at work or in the bedroom. It's really kind of taken over my life. Share, tweet, tag, sex, illness, sex ed. Watch this next. Never miss a Mercury retrograde again. Get your horoscope in your inbox every day. Subscribe. Advertisement.
But yeah, me and my fiance, we do like BDSM. So yeah, she got me into it. Yeah, autistic people can get into stuff like that. But yeah, autistic people can be sexual. We can have sex. We can do BDSM. Anything a neurotypical or normal person can do. that anybody with a disability, even though that did not involve autism, it talked about disability with autism and disability. But yeah. Sorry. When I, and irritated when I'm sick, even if it's a nasal infection, my whole body do hurt. I don't know why, but when I'm sick with certain sicknesses, it make my body hurt. But yeah. So people with autism, we can have sex, we can have families too. We can have everything above too. Like we can have normal lives. Just like any normal person. Oh, sorry about here to get it back. I see that on camera. But yeah, we can have anything of a normal person. We can have like a normal life. And there's another thing I'm doing because April and Neurodiversity Month, I'm going to be doing hashtag neurodiversity, hashtag autism acceptance for it. So yeah, and I'll be wearing red instead of blue. My fiance favorite color is blue, but exactly something I've seen and bad stuff that go on, I think it's better to do red for acceptance instead of awareness. Acceptance is better than awareness. But yeah. And my voice started to change again because of it. So yeah. Ouch. But it is crazy, Jane. But let's find some more stuff on Facebook. But that's crazy. Now, if you guys know, it almost been a year since I did that Able interviewing live stream. And that was my 5th live stream I ever done. So, we're part of Able. You guys know, a fact, I am going to do, and I am friend with one of the people who run Able. Well, I do have an account under them. But yeah. May sound crazy, but do. Oh, let me see this. Oh, I haven't felt on such a person. I have my friend named David too.
Carrie Mack, put a song in it.
Somebody a little aggravated about the first autistic warrior. If you guys remember from last time. But yeah. Now odd. Oh, here we video from Friday. But yeah. You guys know the Inca 10th anniversary coming up on April 13th. Well, I'm going to be celebrating it at Inca Day. April 13th. It's going to be National Inca Day. What I'm calling it, ideal. I'm going to give to Nora. Because it'll be the 10-year anniversary of the Inca Festival. World Festival. Because it's during Autism Acceptance Month or Neurodiversity Month. I'm going to have a talk with Nora about it to spread the ideal. So yeah, I'm going to talk about the ideal with her. Get it a thing for people on autism spectrum to talk about. because it's going to be something I think to be important for the autism community, and I think it's a good idea to help. Everybody in the autism community is different from one another. Like me and my fiance, like everyone are different in our own ways. But yeah. But yeah. Now everybody is different on the autism spectrum. Like literally. Oh, wait a minute, guys. Friend of mine who part of the group. I'll talk to him in a few minutes. But yeah, everybody is different. Everybody has their own beliefs and own right to think. So yeah. Well, let me teach you.
I must bow out.
But yeah. Well, I gotta read it real quick. But yeah. Alright. But yeah. I'm going to ask him to read sorry about it because I think he did not know. Because yeah. Wait, how many? But yeah. Anybody don't know my club on Facebook called Autism Club? I tried to think of a name, but that's all I could have think about. But it do pretty good because if for people like me, my fiance, our people on the autism spectrum, and I believe it can help. That's the reason why. But yeah, I should be laying fully on the pillow, but I'm talking about this stuff right now. But yeah. Now, everybody who have autism have their own talents. It might sound crazy. I'm sorry that a video of my fiance Mel. But yeah. Oh, I need to check what he said on Messenger. But yeah. But yeah.
My apologies, but I wouldn't have cared to read the story on Gary Maverick's website. Something along those lines wouldn't happen for me anyway.
Broman are autistic. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah. And yeah, me and my fiance, I'll be honest. I am born about it, but yeah, me and my fiance are sexually active. So yes, people on the autism spectrum could be sexually active. At almost 1 in the morning. But yeah. Now, everybody can be different, including me. So yeah. This will probably be my third or fourth live stream that I done, because I done the very late ones. But it one of them late ones too. But yeah, even though I'm sick, I'm doing it because of you guys. But people on the autism spectrum, we are just like any normal person too. To accept somebody on the autism spectrum, it's better to accept us than be afraid of us. The awareness it isn't meant to be scared of them, treat them differently. That's what the word awareness like almost stand for. But what I would do is to accept somebody who is on the autism spectrum. That's what I would do. But yeah. Now I might try to do a rail fanning later on this week. I might not do some tomorrow. Or I might try to do 1 or 2 videos because it's gonna be very warm this weekend. This week because it is spring break. But I gotta renew my driver permit this week too. So yeah. That's something I got to go do this week. I gotta check the date, see when my permit expires, because I gotta do it almost every year. But when I move to California, I'm going to try to take the driver license test when I go to California. So yeah. Oh, but I am pointed for it. But yeah. Oh. Oh. But it's crazy. But yeah. Back hurting too. Oh, that was my neck. I definitely felt that in my neck. Oh, but yeah, it's painful. But yeah, well, let me read it. But it's crazy with how much the autism community have got done in the last 3 to 5 years. The last 3 to 5 years, we have gotten some amazing stuff done. And I really do mean it. But yeah, and I hope it's very motivational. I hope I get what's been going on in my life out of the way. The stuff that I've been going through and how I feel and the stuff that I think about. I hope you guys understand that. Because what I said earlier, I originally did not thought about doing it, but because I was aggravated at what they were doing in that group, I decided to spill the beans. So yeah, just because you think you are better than somebody with a disability, you're really not. When you think that way, you're not no better than any coward, any bully. So spreading the word and making somebody with a disability look bad and insulting people with disability, mental disabilities, that's cowardly, insulting, and wrong on so many levels. So yeah, I was pissed. But did it made it right for him to do it? No, it didn't. So I hope he watched the video later and realized how much he screwed up. But yeah, I hope he realized that. And you gotta know, if you put two S's in front of the first A and then two in front of the R A, you know what it will say. And he have a profile on VK. But you guys can say it if you want. But yeah. And I hope he realized that he screwed up. Everybody can screw up, but yeah. But that would not right up him spreading rumors. So yeah. Oh, sorry about this. Some of the people like autistic too. But yeah. Besides, there are people who will bully me, but him, I'm not saying there are friends because that are part of his side that did it, but I will say that they have their reckoning coming too. So anybody who on his side who bullied me, they will have their reckoning and realize that they screwed up. But yeah. So it's something crazy, but yeah. It may sound crazy, but did think about it. About it in a way. So yeah. People like autism, we will stand up for each other and we will stand up for what we believe in and what we think are right. And you can count on it. But yeah. And with all stuff that autistic people have did the last few years, making our voices heard, that a big thing for in the autism community. It really is. But yeah. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm probably going to take a shower, take some medicine, and then head to bed. Where I can get some rest, where I can get over this sickness. So, yeah. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys will enjoy your spring break. I really do, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.